Hello, my name is Karina and this is my perfume map. Today I wanted to talk about rose fragrances. It's February, it's kind of sunny out. We have Valentine's Day coming up. I'm not somebody who puts a lot of stock into celebrating Valentine's Day. At the most, I might dip strawberries in chocolate with my kids, or we might go to like a Valentine exchange with other kids. And my kids are actually probably kind of growing out of that. We don't have any plans to do that this year. But I like Valentine's Day because, in my opinion, that is the official start of floral season. People are starting to think about their gardens. Bouquets of flowers become very popular at the store. I know that my husband works somewhere where he will be affected by the amount of flowers they're selling. And I'm a floral person. I've made that clear, I think, already. And I think that after Valentine's Day, there aren't really that many people talking about how they can't wait to smell the new woody vanilla cinnamon bomb bakery cookie. And I sound like I'm being a jerk about those. I like those fragrances. It's just that I like florals more, and I'm more excited for the spring season. I think, even though, I get excited for fall and spring. When you live somewhere that has weather, I think that that's pretty normal. It has been a pretty nice winter here overall. We had about 10 days of terrible winter weather, but I mean, today I think it's almost 50. It's been sunny, and we're gonna have a bunch of days in the 50s. And for a Midwesterner, I've seen memes where it's like 50 degrees in Michigan, and it shows like a woman laying out in a bathing suit, and like 50 degrees in San Diego, and people are like covered up, head to toe in like knitwear and jackets and ski masks. It's all relative, but I'm excited for flowers and gardens and spring and birds and more floral perfume releases from whoever's going to do it, and just getting my own floral fragrances out is very exciting. But in honor of Valentine's Day, I just thought, let's talk about rose. And I have everything here is very reasonably priced. I am a value shopper through and through. I can't be convinced that I need to spend a lot of money to get a good perfume. I try to smell the new releases. I buy old releases, and I personally couldn't tell the difference in a blind smelling. Like if somebody had me blindfolded and they said which one is higher quality, I know I would never be able to pass that test, because it's not about the price, is not about the quality. I think most of us know that, right? It's about marketing and what's hot and what they can get. People are going to get whatever they can get for a fragrance. So anyway, the first one I'm going to talk about, I'm sure if you like florals, you've heard of this. This is Tea Rose. I have a long history with this fragrance, actually. I bought this when I was in high school, my freshman year of high school. I bought it from a place called Long's Drugs, which I do not think still exists. Ooh, mine's peeling. I think that it was in a frosted bottle. That's my memory of it anyway. And I used to go to Long's with my mom we would just like go there for fun to like buy stuff. Like maybe my mom would buy like a magazine and some lotion, and I would want to sniff the perfumes, and maybe I would buy like a mascara or something. And this was one I always liked, and I remember finally buying it at some point. I can't remember what it cost back then, but it smells exactly the same. And I used to wear this and love it. I thought it was so pretty. Like, it's more than rose. It smells very soft and creamy, and it smells like a fresh garden. There's some green, there's some rose. If you absolutely don't like rose, probably just turn off this video. But if you like rose, this is worth checking out. And I want to say that I paid maybe $11 for this 4-ounce bottle. Now, my sad story about this fragrance, and it's not sad at all, is that when I was a sophomore in high school, I realized on the first day of school that my geometry teacher was also wearing this fragrance. And she was kind of an eccentric teacher. She also always had a big thermos of coffee, and it smelled sort of like she was reapplying before every class. I'm guessing now it was like a pick-me-up for her, having to deal with a bunch of teenagers not excited about geometry. But she wore this, and people commented it all the time, like, oh, that gross rose smell. And I knew what it was, and I stopped wearing it because of that, because I didn't want somebody else to point out that I was wearing the same fragrance as my geometry teacher. So it was only recently that I repurchased it, and I'm happy to have it back in my collection. It's gorgeous. The second rose fragrance I have not heard anybody mention this, and I paid $7 for this on FragranceNet. This is Dana Tabu Rosé. So a lot of you know about Tabu. It's kind of a spicy amber fragrance, I guess that's what you would say. And it was, people say that it was a fragrance made for like a lady of the night. That's kind of the lore behind it. This fragrance is rose, lychee, cedar, and amber, and it's awesome. It smells completely modern. It smells super clean. It reminds me of like a rose bubble bath, a very modern rose bubble bath. Oh my gosh. I wore this to the mall. I went to Macy's, and well, I didn't go to Macy's. I actually went to the mall for my kids. And then I went into Macy's to try a few perfumes. Of course I did. And I was wearing this, and I thought this smelled better than the things that I sampled. And I sampled Paco Rabanne Fame, and I tried Angel, because I just wanted to smell these new formulations and see what I like, if I like them. They were both fine, but I really was like, what I'm wearing is better. I feel like I'm the best smelling person in here. So Tabu Rosé by Dana. I think this is only a 1 ounce bottle, but I'm almost positive I paid $7. So look in the clearance section on FragranceNet and see if it's still there. I mean, rose lychee is so popular. That's pretty much what Delina is. And I like this one because it doesn't have that weird pumpkin spice thing going on that Delina has. And this is very long lasting. I have found that anything with lychee like lasts a long, long time. That must be a very good aroma chemical, but check it out. The next one I want to show you, you might think this is funny if you're like me and you watch a lot of YouTube perfume stuff. It's like a sticker. This, did you see that BBC documentary? It's like a 3-part documentary. It's on YouTube. And it's basically, a lot of it is about the creation of this fragrance, Tommy Hilfiger Loud, which is simply rose, patchouli, and lychee again. And there's a lot of people in that. Where's my little pad? Oh, here it is. There's a lot of people in that documentary. It's got Jean-Claude Elena. It has Quentin Biche as like a student. It's got Guerlain. It's got it's really good. It's a really good documentary. You should watch it. But a lot of it is about the creation of this fragrance. And I think they were really hoping for something amazing. Ooh, it's kind of a heavy spray there. But this is also rose, lychee, patchouli, and the interesting thing about this one is it smells stronger the longer you wear it. And it shouldn't be called Loud. That was probably a mistake on their part. It should be called Chill, maybe, or Cool. It's not a loud fragrance, but it's very nice. Every time I wear it, I'm more impressed by it. And it's a very nice, clean, modern smelling rose. And again, I'm almost positive I paid under $20 for this. I think I paid about $17. Tommy Hilfiger Loud, nice rose fragrance. The next one I'll just talk about kind of briefly because I've already talked about it, but it's such a good rose, is this Barakkat Satin Oud. And this is an Oud Satin Mood dupe, but really, really good one. Like, it's a really good one, you guys. Like, this is $16 on Amazon right now. And it's shockingly long lasting. It smells classy. It's definitely rose and oud, but not a heavy, skanky oud. It's like almost a bakery kind of oud, almost like a baked good oud. Really nice. I'm gonna put this right on my skin because I really like this. I have something on that other hand, so. I mean, I wore this a few days ago, and I woke up in the morning and I could still smell it, and I instantly thought, like, what was I wearing? Like, that smells so good. And I kind of had to rack my brain for a minute, and it's this. I'm almost embarrassed about it because it's such a good dupe of Oud Satin Mood. And it's so inexpensive. You should really check it out. It smells so good. I'm not the only one who's saying this. I just can't believe it. It's almost too good. It's almost like too good to wear. Like, I feel like I smell too good. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Good job, Barakkat Satin Nude. I think this is Fragrance World. Oh, this is new to me. About $16 as well. And this is Kim Kardashian Gold. This is a citrus, rose, patchouli, kind of vanilla thing going on. And the patchouli is a very minty kind of patchouli. You know, patchouli now I feel like is like the green leaves of the patchouli, whereas like I feel in the 90s, I'm so old, in the 90s it smelled sticky and like sticky and almost woody. And this one is very fresh. There's a lot of citrus. There's a lot of rose right in the middle and patchouli. This dries down really kind of sweet and ambery. It almost smells a little bit spicy. For $16, I just feel like, good job, Kim Kardashian. This is really good. Good rose. I love Bath and Body Works, and Dark Kiss is such a nice rose fragrance. This one has black raspberry, burgundy rose, bergamot, incense, and dark vanilla bean plum musk. That's what it says. And this has, this reminds me a lot of Britney Spears' Midnight Fantasy, but less fruit and more incense and rose. Very grown-up smelling, very mysterious. Dark Kiss is perfect. It kind of has like a noir vibe. And right now, I don't think this is on Bath and Body Works right now. You should check. They are having a sale today at $5.95. Body mist sale, and I had a coupon for 20% off on top of that, so I did shop today, you know, so I got some more body mist. Cabotine Gres. This, you might not think of this as a rose fragrance, but it does have like a couple different kinds of rose. This is gorgeous, and you could also easily overdo this one. It smells a lot like the Experimentum Crucis by Etat Libre d'Orange that I just got on Scentbird. It has the same like really, really fresh rose smell, like but also animalic notes. Oh my gosh, this is so good, and I think this is $14. If you like florals, check this out. Just be careful. If you did like 10 sprays of this, you could clear a room. And it's very long lasting, but it's so classy if you have a light hand, in my opinion. Like if you go out with maybe 2 sprays, maybe 3, it's beautiful. It's exactly everything a floral fragrance should be. And the dry down is so nice. and it's just so clean smelling, and you just smell very trustworthy and like you have your life together. And I think that's what I love about florals. I'm never trying to smell like a hookup or a night at the club or anything like that. It's just, and I never have been. Even as a kid, you know, I liked Chanel No. 5. I liked Tea Rose. I've always liked that classy woman with her shoulders held back and her head held high, and she's clean and fresh and ready for whatever the day is bringing. Those have always been my favorite fragrances, even when I haven't always been that person. You know what I mean? It's fragrances can help us create the person we want to be. This next one is pretty new to me, and I did buy this based on, like, I thought Ramsey had a funny, not funny, but he likes to wear this. Have you noticed that rose has definitely become a thing in men's perfume, cologne, and a lot of them don't seem to have a problem with picking up some of these fragrances made for women, and this one seems to be one that certain men really like, and I like it too. I think we can all like it. I don't think that fragrance has a gender or an age, even though I will sometimes reference those things. It's just like context. But this, I'm wearing this one today, so I'm not going to spray it. But what it smells like to me is definitely a rose cream, like a thick, nice rose hand cream with sandalwood and an animalic musk. And the sandalwood is a not older, but the way sandalwood was in before Le Labo, like before I smelled Le Labo, a lot of people will bring up this pickled smell with the modern sandalwood, and I know what they're saying, but it doesn't smell like pickles to me. It smells like sandalwood sawdust. If you've ever been around freshly cut lumber and there's a pile of sawdust, it's very fresh and aromatic, and it does have kind of a herbal smell, and I feel like that's what I smell with the modern sandalwoods. This fragrance, I'm not sure when it was first released. I should probably know that. This is like a modern bottle, but sometime in the 90s, I feel like they made a lot of fragrances like this, but they would have added like peach and apricot to like kind of smooth out that muskiness and make it like more friendly, more natural smelling. This has that sandalwood and musk without a lot of fruit. There might be fruit in it, but I don't notice it. It's more like spicy and floral, and it's very sexy. This is the kind of fragrance that when I wear this, my husband's like, oh, you smell really good. Or he might even say like, can I have some of that? Like, he likes these kind of fragrances. And I'm not speaking for everyone's husband here, but I think a lot of husbands, or maybe just a lot of partners, I should say, they like these kind of fragrances more than sweet gourmands. Like, my husband, I think, is confused when I smell like lemon cake. He just thinks I made something, and then he's disappointed that I did not. I remember one night I was wearing the combination of Midnight Fantasy by Britney Spears with a blueberry, it's like a blueberry pancake Bath & Body Works lotion, which is a good combination. But my husband came home and he's like, ooh, did you make something? It smells like Tootsie Pops. And it was just like my fragrance. And I think he was like disappointed that it was me. I didn't make some like Tootsie Pop, you know, croissant concoction. I like to bake, so it's not like weird that he thought I did that. And the final one that I have today is White Diamonds and Rouge. And I think this is the latest Elizabeth Taylor fragrance. I have a lot of them, and I am a big fan. Maybe one day I'll just show all of them. This one is rose and raspberry and patchouli. And a lot of people have reviewed this one, and the thing they always say is like, this doesn't smell anything like White Diamonds. Yes, it does. Yes, it totally has the White Diamonds DNA. White Diamonds is awesome. That's not an insult, you know, saying that it has that. But the opening is fruity and rosy. And you don't get to that White Diamonds DNA until you've been wearing it for a while. And that White Diamonds DNA is really just a white floral sandalwood fragrance. It's really good. It smells very clean. It smells like very expensive shampoo. Can you overdo Elizabeth Taylor fragrances? Yes. And do that if you want to, but it's there. This is great. This one is probably the most expensive one I'm showing you here. I think I paid almost $30 for this. I know I wouldn't have paid more because that's my rule. But I think this is a beautiful rose, raspberry, sandalwood, patchouli, white florals, very Valentine's Day appropriate, date night appropriate, husband approved as far as my case. And it's great. And I hope, however you think about Valentine's Day, hopefully you wear a lot of perfume. And I hope that your February is looking as bright and sunny as mine is. And let's look forward to floral season. All right, bye.